I attend Loyola University, Chicago School of Law, and I am a rising 3L. I grew up in Macon, Georgia, during the height of the Jim Crow era. So growing up in the South during that time was very much a part of who I am. It was not really until 2007. I was working at the Public Service Commission at the time. I was Director of Consumer Affairs. So that's really what piqued my interest in law, as well as a concern for what I believe are the disparities and injustices of the criminal justice system as it pertains to poor people and minorities.
Cynthia is currently, she's officially our criminal records intern, which feels funny to even say that because she just seems like a colleague of ours. She's been around for so long and she's so involved and invested in our work and at such a high level.
I made it my goal to immerse myself as quickly as possible in the nonprofit sector during law school. And Cabrini Green Legal Aid was the only one that listed criminal defense. And I knew that was one of the things I wanted to consider. So Cabrini Green Legal Aid was tops on my list.
She approached us with ideas, suggestions for some of the homeless shelters that she was also volunteering at, where she would bring clients to us and we could help those clients who might not have been able to come down to our expungement help desk get their records expunged and sealed. And she was willing to set up an entire program, and she would navigate this whole system for people who were in desperate need and probably would never been able to make it down to the Daily Center.
One of their clients, with the help of Cabrini Green Legal Aid, was able to get his records sealed in not just one jurisdiction, but 3. And he feels empowered, to move forward with his life. I also volunteered for Illinois Legal Aid Online. I signed up for that in my first year as well. I found it extremely valuable to do that work. Interacting with clients in the chat room, you really are interacting with them. They're asking you questions, you're helping them find information. But it also helped me because I learned Illinois law in a variety of subjects.
Cynthia is worthy of this recognition because of her heart for people. And it breaks her heart sometimes to see people who are in need. In this line of work, I think you have to have that type of compassion for people, but she has it to the nth degree. Her compassion for people and her heart to help people is, I haven't seen that before, and it's just incredible.
When I find myself feeling overwhelmed or getting depressed, I think about Harriet Tubman, and I think about how that little woman must have felt in the midst of slavery and not having any hope of it ever ending, but having the will to get out of it herself, but then to turn around and come back and personally take people out of the system, one by one day at a time. So I approach my work that way. It's one person at a time, it's one day at a time, it's doing what we can do to change the world.